Okay, everyone, welcome to the season 2 finale of Femme Island, which is a spin-off of Gilligan's Island. We had some technical difficulties, but now everyone's here. Let's get this started. Asha and Daniela, you are the last people in the competition and will be competing for final 8OH. House guests for the last time this season, the power is up for grabs. Asha and Daniela as the winners of the first 2 rounds. You're the only ones who get to compete. This competition is called Scales of Just Us. And to win, you will have to prove just how well you know the members of the jury. I'll be reading statements from all of the jurors currently. One answer is fake, the other one is what they actually said. I had wanted to get a video made, but anyways, the answer will be either A or B. For every correct answer, you will receive a point. Whoever has the most points in the competition
Are you still there? I can't hear you.
You get the competition. You have your pen and paper ready.
Oh, did you say something?
Do you have your pen and paper ready?
No.
Okay. Make sure you put A or B. So when you're locking in your answer, go like this, and then I'll say answers, please. You don't have to worry about this. Jump. Let me get a pen and paper to keep track of the time. Any questions, though, before we begin? Once we begin, the train is pulling out of the station and no turning back. Okay, I'll take that as no questions. All right. First up, Jen said, my least favorite moment of the season was A, when Jess was voted out, or B, when Cynthia was voted out. A, for when Jess was voted out, or B, for when Cynthia was voted out. Cover your answer and then walk in. Daniela. Oh, okay. Okay, answers, please. I can't see it, Daniela. Oh, B. The correct answer was A, when Jess was voted out. Asha receives a point. Daniela, no. Next one, Kieran said, my favorite moment of the season was when I won HOH, A, or B, when I won the veto. Kieran said, my favorite moment of the season was A, when I won HOH, or B, when I won the veto. Okay, you're both locked in. Answers, please. The answer is B, when I won the veto, because Kieran never won HOH. You're both tied with a point. Next person, Christy Bacon. Or Christy Farrier, sorry. I grew up with her as Christy Bacon. Anyway, Christy said, my favorite moment of the season was A, when Mimi got hacked with the monostat, or B, meeting everyone. Christy's favorite moment of the season was when Mimi got hacked with the monostat, or meeting everyone. Answers, please. Asha said A. Daniela said B. The correct answer is A, when Mimi got hacked. It's Christy's favorite moment. Asha leads with 2 points. Daniela has 1. Onward to Carly Minute. Carly's favorite moment of the season was getting to play with Mimi because she's great, or B, surviving the hacker twist when I was nominated. Carly's favorite moment of the season was A, getting to play with Mimi because she's great, or B, surviving the hacker twist when I was nominated. Answers, please. You both said B. You both are correct. Surviving the hacker twist. She was nominated was Carly's favorite moment of the season. Okay, next up is Jenna. Jenna said, my favorite moment of the season was A, getting evicted, or B, being a member of the Girls' Room Alliance. Jenna said, my favorite moment of the season was A, getting evicted, or B, being a member of the Girls' Room Alliance. Lock in your answers. Daniela, are you locked and ready to go? Okay. Answers, please. You both said B, and you both would be correct. Jenna's favorite moment was being a member of the Girls' Room Alliance. Asha has 4, Daniela has 3. Moving on to Mimi Mars of Who Wants to Be a Mimier fame. Mimi said, if I could do it all over again, I would get that bitch Asha evicted first, no matter what. Or B, do absolutely nothing different. Mimi said, if I could do it all over again, I would A, get that bitch Asha evicted first, no matter what. Or B, do absolutely nothing different. Answers, please. Daniela said A. Asha said B. Asha is correct. Do absolutely nothing different. I just wanted to call Asha a bitch. Anyways, moving on to Cynthia. Cynthia said, my least favorite moment of the season was Brad not casting Cece or Brad and his twists. Cynthia said, my least favorite moment of the season was A, Brad not casting Cece, or B, Brad and his twists. Okay. Answers, please. Daniela said A. Asha said B. The correct answer was A, Brad not casting Cece. Going into the last question, we are tied 5 points to 5 points. Nail biter. Oh my gosh. Whoever wins this will win the HOH. In the event of a tie, we will do a tiebreaker. Jess said, my favorite moment of the season was A, making the final 4, I did so good, or B, winning HOH and nominating Asha. Jess said, my favorite moment of the season was A, making the final four. I did so good. Or B, winning HOH and nominating Asha. Answers, please. You both said A, you're both incorrect. Her favorite moment was winning HOH and nominating Asha at the final five. Now then, I didn't prepare a tiebreaker question, so let me get one real quick. Sorry. I'm doing math right now. We might be here for a while. Sorry, 1 second. You can talk amongst yourselves. And then today is...
Brad, I liked your Jess impression.
Oh, thanks.
Mimi, I should have. A was a better answer. A should have been my real answer.
That bitch, Asha.
No, that wasn't my question. That was me.
Oh, I knew you didn't say that. That would have been so cute, though, Carly.
Damn it.
I should have said the same.
Oh,
I should have said the same.
okay, I did math. That's why it took forever. All right, tiebreaker question. From 9 p.m. on August 1st, when the game began, to 9 p.m. tonight, how many minutes has it been?
Can you repeat that?
From 9 p.m. on August 1st, when this game began, to 9 p.m. tonight, how many minutes has it been? I need you to lock in your answers. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Lock them in. Okay, Asha, reveal your answer. Daniela, reveal your answer.
Okay, did you want me to write it or put it in the chat?
Write it.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You want to give your answer away.
Did you check your chat? I asked you a question. Yeah. About one of the questions.
Okay. Oh. One second. Sorry, please stand by. Sorry, one second. Okay, all of that was for naught.
Yeah, I realized I only got 4 right.
I miscounted. It did not tie. So, congratulations, Asha. You are the final HOH.
Thank you.
Congrats,
That was
Asha.
hard. Congrats, girl. That was hard.
Okay, so Asha. The 2 nominees will stand before you now and plead their case as to why you should take them to the final 2. And Lisa, you are up first. You are muted though, so you'll have to unmute.
Here we go. Wait. Is it? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hear me. Okay, good.
Can you get your camera or no?
Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Or were you like, in a bad area?
No, I mean you're not gonna be able to see me at all, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I guess what I would just say is that I think Daniela would probably win the jury over me. She's done a really, really good job, and I think that she's fantastic and everybody knows it. So if you want to be safer, you'd probably go with me.
Thanks,
All
Lisa.
right, thank you, Lisa. Daniela, your turn.
I want to say, actually, I really appreciate that because, damn, thank you. But at the same time, my case was going to be the exact opposite because I felt like Lisa was loved even more by the whole jury and played an even more flawless game and was closer to the people that I may not have been closer to. So she was friends with like everybody. And she's also wonderful, so I don't blame her and blame anyone for loving her.
Oh, I love you.
All right, thank you, Daniela. Asha, please stand before your fellow house guests and make the final eviction.
I love you both so much. I came into this game and I said that I would do whatever it takes to win no matter what. And I'm so sorry to do this, but I have to cut you, Lisa, because I really think you would win this game. I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I think that that's a compliment in itself.
I don't know. I just feel bad, but I'm so sorry because I feel like you would totally win this game.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't blame you at all, and I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Asha. Asha and Daniela are now our 2 finalists. Lisa, I know you're like out in a car or something, so after they do their opening statements, you can go first, so you can go back to your party.
Okay, awesome.
But first, the girls have to make their opening statements. Daniela, you are first.
So I'm a shit show and lost my glasses 10 minutes before this, and that was when I was going to write my speech, or my opening statement. So I'll go from the heart. That's better, right? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So I guess my opening statement would be a lot of, this time around, thank you, Brad and production in general. This has been a fantastic second season of Femme Island. I think we can all agree to that. Yeah. And then to me, I like to think that I played a well-rounded game of social, competition, and strategic. Social, I have spoken to all of you at least once. Even those that I did not get close to, I was still always in some type of contact with. And I was being friendly, but also when I needed to be, was also very honest. I like to think that I played a very honest game. The one time that I lied, which was at times not a lie, was to Jess, telling her that I would take her to Final 3, and that was like a very hard decision. And then I played a lot of competitions. I clearly fought my way back into this game, and once I fought in, I knew when I got back in, it would be for the long haul, and here I am, Final 2, yeah. And strategic in that, like I just said, I was able to maneuver my way and planned my maneuvering once I was in jury so that when I did come back in, I would be able to make it all the way and not just get voted out again. Yes, that is my opening. Also, you all are all beautiful and we're all amazing women, and your child is so cute. Oh my god. Okay.
Thank you, Daniela. Asha, the floor is yours.
Hey guys, so I just want to say thank you so much to Brad and production for making this game so much fun, and for all of you for dealing with all my craziness and whatnot. I came into this game being so betrayed in previous other games that I was like, this bitch is not going to be the bridesmaid anymore. She is going to be the bride. This is going to be her fucking wedding, and she's going to take the cake no matter what happens. Every week I did whatever it took to make sure that I can ensure I would be at the next round. And though it was pretty difficult to get rid of so many people that I genuinely liked, I felt like I had to make those moves to get here. If anyone feels personally attacked or offended by what I did, I'm really sorry. It was nothing personal, but I knew that I had to make those big moves in order to make it here. Mimi, you asked me, you said you didn't understand why I was getting rid of you. And I hope that you see now that it was because I knew that if I did, I would have a better shot at getting here at finale. I played my heart out. I think I had a really great social game. I wasn't nominated until Final 5. I've never had a single vote casted against me. I was never evicted. I've been here playing since day one. And I just hope you guys respect my game. And, you know, I've had a lot of fun chatting with you all. And I've also been working with Daniela since day one. So I'm so happy that we made it here together. And may the best person win.
All right. Thank you, Asha. Now, the power shifts over to the jury. This is going to be like Survivor, pretty much, where you just, like, all discuss. But, like, each person can ask their question if they want. If you don't want to ask a question, that's fine. You can always jump in on other conversations. But to allow Lisa to go back to her party, Lisa, the floor is yours. And then message me your vote if you want to keep watching and stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So I guess probably my question would be, I have one to Asha. Do you regret anything in this game that you did?
I think I do regret one thing, and that's just how things left with Carly and Mimi. I know that looking back, I felt like I thought that I was being transparent when I was talking with them, but when I look back at the messages, I was like, oh my God, like, it would have just been better if I just said something else. Do I regret the game move? No, but of course I definitely regret the way that I handled the situation, and I just hope that they know that I did that move because I knew that it would guarantee me getting further in the game, and it was nothing personal. So that's probably the only thing that I would probably regret.
Gotcha. Do I ask both contestants questions?
You can if you want.
Okay. Well, I guess Danielle, I'd ask you the same thing. Sure.
When you were saying it, honestly, I came into this game, I had just done Survivor Neopets, and so,
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought I was on mute. I'm sorry.
And in that game, I got to Final 3, and then bombed the finale by, like, being terrible, and I also was, like, not honest to myself and not honest to everybody else in that game. So I set out this game to, like, make sure I played an honest game and to also show people that you can play games like this and be honest, because every time you tell or show your friends, they're like, oh, you have to be a backstabbing bitch in those games. And you're like, no, I don't have to. So I guess it's a lot to say that, like, I didn't feel as though I ever did that to anybody, and I still got to Final 2 and still was able to get out the people that I knew were going after me or didn't have my game in mind, i.e. Carly and Mimi, clearly by me being put up and us not just being close. And I was still able to do that while being honest with you guys and while being upfront, and and was able to keep going. So I guess my regret would be, like, not being as cutthroat, as it seems that when you get to finals, it's respected more if you're cutthroat versus an honest game. And I guess that could be a regret if it doesn't turn out well for me. But I have yet to figure that out. So we'll see, I guess.
I like the way you played, so I gotcha.
All right. Thank you, Daniela. And thank you, Lisa. You can go back to your party now.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Mimi, we're so popular tonight.
Obviously.
I'm probably gonna like just listen to you guys, but yeah, I'll be like in the background.
Yeah, just mute. Or I can
Yeah,
mute.
yeah.
Okay. Now, jury members, you can unmute. You don't have to be muted like Lisa, but we're going to start with the first jury member, Jen. Jen, the floor is yours.
So I don't feel like I know either of you or either of your games, and I got voted out pretty early. So my question's really going to be seemingly random, but there's a method to my madness. What's your favorite color and what's your favorite number and why? And this goes to both of you.
Should I go first? Deanna, do you want to go first?
Whichever.
Aisha, you go first.
Okay, sure. So my favorite color is definitely pink, you know, Barbie girl, Barbie car, love pink. Favorite number, I don't know, probably 24, because that's what I am currently age-wise. So I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Hi. My favorite color has always been purple, but my yoga class has this thing where we go with what our new favorite color is, and it's like favorite color for the week. And it's been a vibrant red currently, just because I put on a fun dress that was vibrant red and felt it. And then my favorite number is typically 15, but that's not always as popular, so I usually go with 5 because it's just enough, but it's because 15 is my birthday number.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Jen. All right. Kieran is not here. Oh, but she did have a video. Fuck, I forgot that. 1 second. Let me find Kieran's video, but while I do that, Christy, the floor is yours.
All right. I have 2 very random questions, but they're important. Christina or Brittany in NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, and why?
Okay. Britney Spears first, obviously. Queen, Snake, Denim Attire, Flashback Friday. That was like so hot. I wish I could rock that, but you know, can't. NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. That's an interesting one. I know everyone usually says NSYNC. I'm more of a Backstreet person. Think their harmonies were a little bit better. Their songs were a little bit better. I just think they perform well. NSYNC only really had Justin Timberlake. Sorry. That's my stance on that.
Ironically, I have the exact opposite answers. I love Britney's life, but Christina Aguilera's songs, like Ain't No Other Man, Can't Stand Up Next to You, I don't know. All of her songs are like the harmony of my life. So also old Christina was like, ha, oh my god. And then NSYNC, only though because it did have Justin, but because I had one of those little like, I don't know, 90s kids probably, I don't know if everyone had them, but like the little like square little box that could listen to music, but like 30 seconds or like 40 seconds of a song. And mine was, what?
Yeah, hit clip. I remember those.
Yeah, and I had mine of NSYNC, so childhood me, that was the only one I had, and I just kept playing that one over and over again, so there, yes, my favorite.
Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, Christy. Now, let's play Kieran's video.
Hi, ladies. It's Karen. I wanted to congratulate all 3 of you on making the final 3. I'm currently not at the live finale because I'm on a little vacation in Austin, Texas. So I'm probably drunk at some bar right now. But I really do wish I could be there to hear all your answers. I wish I knew. I have no idea who's in the final 2 right now. And I wish I knew that. I wish I could hear all your answers. But I also am feeling pretty confident about who I'm voting for, even if it's a couple days early. But I wish all 3 of you the best of luck, and thank you so much for a fun game. This is my first non-alias game in about 5 years, which is kind of crazy, and you guys made it so much fun, and I can't wait to talk to you 3 after the game. So I'll see you all later. Bye.
And that was Karen. Next up, we have Carly. Your turn.
Okay, I don't even really know where I'm going with this, but I'm just gonna start talking and see what happens. So yeah, Daniela did mention in her opening speech that she played a really honest game, and I agree with that. Every time she, like when she put me up or anything like that, she always told me that that's what she was going to do, and I tried to return the favor when I could and tell her that that's what was happening on my end too. And I appreciate that. But with Daniela, we didn't talk as much, so I don't know as much about her game. And then on the flip side with Asha, my thoughts are, I did talk to you a lot, Asha, but I feel like I don't even know what, if anything, was honest because you lied to me so much. So it's like, that's my dilemma. I don't know Daniela's game as much, but I feel like it was honest, and I respect it more, I guess, than being lied to a lot. But I guess I need you both to kind of just give me a reason why you think that deserves to win over the other. Like, why should I respect honesty but not knowing more than I should respect the fact that you lied to me the entire game? And I still don't really know why you got, like, see, I don't know where I'm going. I need someone to convince me. That's really all I'm asking you. Give me like 10 seconds, convince me.
Do you have a preference of who goes first?
No, I don't care. Whoever wants to go, go.
Okay. I'll just start. That is the point of tonight, so my bad for not having a better opening statement. I guess the way that I played it within the honesty was just pinpointing certain people that I was going to give my all to, and that was Jess, Asha, and Lisa. Within that, Jen, we got very close. Unfortunately, you did get out early, which is sad, but I did see you as someone that I did want to take far as well. And then within that, I worked with who they were working with, and then we got to move farther together. And then along the way, because of that, I was told by a couple people that they weren't as close to you and Mimi, but that you and Mimi were big threats. So when I got put up by you, I then was like, okay, when I come back in the game, it's going to be Carly and Mimi that I go for, using the people that I have to just convince them to keep me and to convince the people that I wasn't super close to keep me, and then using the people that I was super close with to already keep me, and convincing the other people that, like, okay, no one's voting Daniela, so we're going to vote elsewhere.
Okay, that makes sense. I honestly just didn't know as much about your game because we didn't talk as much.
Yeah.
Asha? I guess she brought about a question, actually, to go with whatever you're going to say. So, like, Mimi and I definitely, I think, felt like we were working with you from the beginning.
Right.
But we knew pretty early on that you had a lot of other things going on. And I think that was kind of just exposed there, too, where there was other things happening. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to be loyal to you guys, but I also felt like you guys' relationship was threatening to me. It really was. I was scared of you both as a pair. And as, much as that sucks, and I understand that I hurt your feelings with that, it was nothing personal. I just took the shot because I felt like if I didn't, you guys would win. In terms of why I did lie to you about certain things or about what I was thinking in terms of when you were going and when Mimi was evicted, it broke my heart. For one, it was like I didn't want to talk to you and tell you guys the truth because I didn't want you guys to be upset with me, to be honest. But secondly, if I kept everyone in the dark, they wouldn't have had enough time to rat me out and cause so much damage in the game because they already had one foot out the door. So it was purely strategic as well. I was talking to so many folks in this game. I had my hands in so many cookie jars. I would have had an alliance with Brad if I could have, to be honest, if I knew it could get me further. But I didn't want anyone to compare notes. I didn't want anyone to compare notes because I knew that if they did, and if they started to question what was going on in this game, they would see that I was responsible for a lot that was going on. So I totally understand.
That we all I can't say we all. I think that some of us knew at pretty early on what kind of was happening. It was just the wheel really loved you, girl. Like,
yeah, the will did. I'm thankful for the will, but aside from that, I knew that this game heavily relied on the will, and it was things by chance and the different twists and having to weaponize that. So that's why I relied heavily on a social game and having to play all sides, just so I could cover my ass, to be honest. I wanted to make sure every week that I was covered for the next week. And I'm sorry that I had to be so sneaky and so backstabby, and it sucked to do it. But I knew that that's the things that I needed to do to get to the end, because I was afraid of you, Kieran, and Mimi specifically. I knew that if I didn't get you out, then I probably would lose this game. And like I said, I wasn't willing to lose this game anymore.
Okay, well, I know my question was like a mess and didn't really make sense, but I think you guys both went in more on what specifically your game was, and that helped me. So thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you, Carly. Up next, we have Jenna.
Congratulations, you guys. My question is, I know that you both are veterans to like the org community and playing these games. I want to know how you grew as players and what you are going to take from this game going into the future if you play games like this. Continuing.
Let's see. Should I go first?
Yeah, whoever wants to go.
Yeah, I can go first. I think that I played this game so much differently than I have any other, because I did backstab a lot more people. Normally I'm loyal to so many people and it gets me cut in the end. And like I said, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be the bridesmaids. I wanted to be the bride. And that's why I did a lot of the moves I did. As far as growth is concerned, I think that I overcame the struggle with cutting people that I do like, and I focused more on what was more important for my game and like transitioning myself into being a game bot in some sense, so that it would just progress myself in this game, and I made sure that I did the moves I needed to do to just get to the end. So I think while it was super difficult, me transitioning into a different sort of a game player than I normally have been is a way that I've shown growth. And it worked because I made Final 2.
Okay, cool.
Hi. The difference that I've only played like 2 other games before Survivor Neopets, and I got cut really early on because I wasn't being as talkative to a lot of people. So from those 2 Survivor Neopets, I tried to talk to everyone, and then in Survivor Neopets, I learned that I got to Final 3, but I didn't jury manage well, so it didn't help me any because I got 0 votes in the end, which helped because then I got to pick final who won. Well, but so then from Survivor Neopets, which was right before this game, I tried a way of jury managing, which wasn't having to be super close with everyone, but what I was saying earlier with being honest with everybody, and seeing if then when I came to this point, if I was able to say, oh, I have talked with all of you, and I was honest with all of you. Yeah, so that's how I grew, and then what I'll take from this is, again, I'll kind of see at the end if it worked or didn't work of my jury management, and if it didn't, then I would have to next time learn to be actually like super close with everyone and maybe talk even more to people. Like I said, I wasn't as close with Carly and Mimi, so not letting any little ties go where I was not as super talkative. It doesn't mean like being super close and then being close to everyone and then like being wronging people, but just talking more and getting to know people more, because it's also really fun. And I've spoken a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you.
All right, is that it, Jenna?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Now we have Mimi Mars of Who Wants to Be a Mimi Air fame.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Okay.
Can you go on cam, Mimi?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I need to see your face. Also, you're not answering my text.
I know, because I'm sitting here thinking. Okay. I'm having like a really hard time with this because I do respect like your style of game, Daniela. I appreciate how like you were really upfront and honest with me. Like when I asked you about keeping me, you were like, no, sorry. And I like that. Like, be honest with me and tell me that. Like, I'm a grown woman. You can tell me the truth. I appreciate that. I consider it good gameplay. I consider it good jury management. But then again, you were voted out once. So technically, you had 2 shots at the game. whereas Asha did not. She did not need two shots at the game. So that's where I'm having like the disconnect about my vote right now. But then it's like, that's on one hand, but then on the other hand, Asha, when you wanted me out so badly, you didn't own it at all. You pretty much like blamed me for you wanting me out and put all these excuses everywhere on the world besides like on yourself until I literally pulled it out of you. And then when I finally did pull it out of you, you were like, yeah, that's why, like, that's it. You have to go because you're afraid of me or whatever, rightfully so. But it's like, it took me like making you say that. And then the whole time I'm listening to all this, you know, all these questions and answers, Asha, you keep saying like you played this different game and, you know, play this different style than you normally do. And unless like I'm crazy, it seemed to me like the same game I've personally seen you play where you act like you're, you know, you're with everyone and blah, 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 like yawn me to death. For me personally, because I've seen it and I've seen you do it. And I think you know that I know how you were playing. And I think that is what scared you about me. And I just need to know, like, how am I supposed to vote? Like how do I separate those two things? Like, which is more important? I need like y'all to tell me that. Like, Asha, how was your game truly different than the same game I saw you play in No Effort? Because this is the same game. You just, the will was more friendly to you in here. Like, I can't agree that it's not the same. And then Daniela, you had 2 shots. So how can I vote for you over Asha?
Yeah, no, I think what you're saying is definitely valid. And like I said, I do want to apologize for the way things left off because it did suck. But like I said, I was a coward. I didn't want you to go around and spread things about me. So I felt like I had to just throw anything I could against a wall and hope that it freaking sticks at that point. But in terms of if I am playing a different game, I would definitely say I am. I definitely incorporated aspects of my previous games, like being able to play a social game and maneuver and have so many hands in different alliances, you know, and that's something that I am good at. So that's something I kept doing. But if I were playing the same game, I would have never gotten rid of you or Carly. I would have stuck to that final 4 to the end. And I bet you I probably would have gone home 3rd or 4th and I would have not had Maida. And that's just how I feel.
I mean, not to jump in, but actually,
you should, because they lump us together
to me in No Effort. In a final,
I'm sorry.
You did do that to me in No Effort.
Yeah, I felt like I wasn't. Yeah, no, I did do that to you, but I also felt like
I'm not going to get rid of you. And then, like 10 seconds before the vote, you're like, "Actually, I'm getting rid of you," and you waited until I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, but I just think that the difference is that I'm loyal to the people that I'm 100% loyal to. And at that moment, I just wasn't loyal to you in that game. I was loyal to the Jake Bells and the Billies, and they ended up cutting me. So I knew that I couldn't really be loyal to anyone in this game except myself. And it sucked. I hated doing it. I don't ever want to do it again. But I knew that it was what I needed to do to get to the end. I had to play all sides. I couldn't really be loyal to anyone. You know, it sucked. I had to just rely on and just, you know, it was new territory. Yeah. It was new territory for me. You know?
No, I understand completely. Like, if Daniela hadn't been voted out once and won her way back, she would 1000% have my vote because I don't like respect the game that you played a lot just because of that. Like, and that's just because of me, is like how I personally feel about the game. I just feel like jury management is a lot to do with things, and the way that you play. I appreciate like the non-scared aspect of the game. I don't care about loyalty. Like, if somebody wants me out because they think that I'm going to beat them, I don't care. Like, tell me that. And I'll all day, like, okay, like that's fine. But it was just a real, the excuses thing was so weird to me, how you were just like, no, I know you don't trust me now. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, it was all lies. Like, honestly, I was just being a coward because I didn't want to face it, you know, and I didn't.
Was totally
and it's
just like me trying to pull it from you.
Yeah, it was literally you pulling teeth. But like I was saying, like, I did it. I know you know my game, okay? I know that 110%, and I know that you were so smart. And I just didn't want you to have any sort of leverage or anything to go against me and to like rat around, because I was talking to too many people. I had my hands in so many jars, and if anyone was just comparing notes, like you guys said that you were, I could have been out the next moment. So I had to do what I could. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like I said, I am sorry about that. But, you know.
No, you don't have to apologize for that. It's fine. I understand.
And then am I able to talk now?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Brad was just about to speak, and I was like, I was scrambling to remember the votes, and I hate myself for not having them here. When I got voted out, it was by one vote that made it tie, that made it Carly's decision, which then she voted me out.
Yeah.
Because it was between me, you, and Jen, and it was double eviction, so then me and Jen went.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fuel the fire that just happened, but I was able to convince Asha to vote for you and Kieran to vote for you. And so it was really
Yeah.
Jess' vote in the end. That if Jess had voted for you, it would have been 3-3-1, and it would have been both of you and not me. If that was a bond that I couldn't get to, which I hate because then it doesn't really like favor the whole like, oh, I got voted out anyway. But to the point of if I can use whatever I did get, which was I was able to get, I mean, whether it was me getting Asha to vote against you or Asha believing that it would have worked and did wanting to get you out at that time.
I can promise you Asha had no problem voting against me.
I was going to say I was going to do it regardless, and I'm not sure if you knew this, but I was the
I
hacking
knew that
mom.
I was literally telling like Brad and them.
Yeah.
So then,
I don't know. I felt like it was easier to do it behind closed doors and actually put you off.
Oh, I know.
It was tough. I'm sorry.
so then
No, that's okay.
like, it was only by one vote rather than, and it was only 2 people voted me out rather than like what it sounds like when you're voted out, which is a whole house or majority of a house voted you. When in theory, majority didn't vote me. 5 girls voted not me. Only 2 voted me, but because double eviction and the way the numbers worked, that was why I got out. So
yeah, you're right. I didn't think about it like that. It's a good point.
And also, I happen to be HOH, Mimi. You weren't going.
Oh, no, I know. I know I wasn't going.
Okay, is that it? Okay, thank you, Mimi. Moving on to Cynthia.
Hi. I don't even know that I have anything important to say. I mean, I think, Daniela, I love a really fierce competitor. I love somebody who shows up and like wins all the actual competitions because I think the wheel is kind of a bullshit way to win. The flip side is, I really gave my all to Asha throughout the entire game and have no bitterness toward her, unlike anybody else. I think everything she did was really very strategic. And, to the extent that she lied to me, which I think maybe happened once ever, like at all, it like not ever a huge deal. So that's where I stand. I mean, I really respect both of you. I also think Daniela, you talk to me more than most people in the game, which I liked. Even though I still don't think that we talked a ton, but like more than most. So I guess my questions for you guys, because literally the only thing I really care about in life is CC, is what's your favorite thing about my daughter?
What isn't to love about your daughter, to be honest? I know. I think I'm constantly seeing your Facebook statuses about how she's learning new words, or like she discovered that you don't eat bacon. And I don't know. I just think that she's fascinating, like a little Eloise, except I would want a little book about Cece. And maybe instead of a hotel, she stays in like, I don't know, maybe she runs around a park with a little dolphin or something. Who knows?
She would probably love that.
Right?
But she'd love it more if the dolphin were a cat.
Danielle, oh, here she is.
Danielle vanished. Oh, my husband's trying to get Cece into the video, so you can see your inspiration, Daniela.
Oh, sorry, my computer just cut out. Well, hi, Cece. To be honest, I don't want to lie and say that I know a lot about your daughter. but I remember hearing a lot about like your just situation at home in general about oh my, I'm not usually a kid person, but she's like the perfect age that it doesn't seem like she'd be like she's so sweet. But of your situation of like your AC or your heat breaking or like having to work all the time. So I think my favorite thing about your daughter, to be honest, would be that she seems to be the light of your life, which considering how like I know how hard you work, I know that it's really almost like needed to have a driving force to keep going to work or to keep working hard and long hours and in terrible weather that your house air conditioning is not the best. So that would be
It's fixed now.
that's good. Yay.
So, all right, that's really it for me. I just like to make people care about CC, even if they don't.
Okay. Thank you.
We all care about CC.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'm trying to see. Jess had a statement. It was one sentence. One second. It's funny. Ugh. Oh, Jess said, you robbed me of my rightful win. Okay.
We love
And
Jess.
finally, oh wait, yeah, that's everyone. That's everyone. So Asha and Daniela, you can make your closing statements. Daniela, you are first.
I guess I'm trying to think what else to say. In general, I would like to say, I'm very happy that of a final two, Asha is my final two. But actually, we've come a long way together, and like this whole game has been wild. And hearing about your different alliances and what have you, it makes me very fortunate that at the end of the day, I was the one that was next to you up here. And I'm grateful that even if whoever wins, the winner is a queen and a phenomenal player and a phenomenal person. And
I adore you so much.
yeah, oh, I love you too. So that's my closing statement.
Okay, Asha, your turn.
Yeah, like I said, I came into this game and I knew that I was going to have to make really difficult moves. I'm really sorry to those that I affected on a personal level, but if I didn't do those things, there's no way I would have made it to the end and made it here. I know that a lot of people are questioning my loyalty, but I did show a sense of loyalty to Daniela, and that's why I did keep her in this. I did choose to bring her here because I did have a final two of her and I did want her here, and I did everything I could to ensure that my loyalty is with Daniela and Cynthia as well, because I loved her so much that, it would bring us here. I don't really know what else to say. This is new territory to me. It was really difficult to sort of overcome and to make these moves, but I do feel like ultimately I played a really, really strategical game, and I hope that you guys respect that I did whatever it could to get to this point.
Okay, thank you, Asha. Jury, it is now time to vote. Please cast your vote in your Skype DR for the winner of Femme Island Strength Bound. And you guys can all talk, whatever. I'll be late.
Is there a way to see how many people are watching, or is it just like?
What?
Is there a way that we see how many people are watching, or is it just
There's
like?
about a steady 10 people.
Hi, Shelby. I love you.
Cece should be sleeping by now, but she's not because of this game.
Okay.
She's probably like, oh, it's a special event. Mommy lets me stay up late tonight.
She likes to go to sleep in here with us, but the lights are on, so she's watching TV instead.
Okay. One second. Let me just verify. Okay, before I reveal the winner, we're going to reveal some things about the season. All the votes are locked in, and nobody can switch it based on this information. Okay, so obviously, Cynthia had the burnt bra from season 1, which got her immunity till jury. Mimi had a power called the hair extensions, which awards the player to give them a chance to return, kind of like Sam's in BB20, but it was never used. Christy had the monostat power and hacked Mimi. Akanksha had a blow dryer, which allowed her to switch someone's vote of her choice each round, but obviously she didn't last that long. The power was then won by Mimi when she went back to the temple of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but she ended up not switching anyone's vote. So pretty much none of the powers were used, except for and then for the fan favorite, well, first we'll do most iconic creature, and that goes to, by one vote, Akanksha. It was between her and Emily. And then fan favorite was quite the competition. Let me actually go pull it up right now so I can tell you exactly the percentage. There's a hot race between Asha, Mimi, and Kieran were the top 3 vote getters.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Mimi had 18.9% of the votes.
Oh, cute.
And she
surprises me.
Third. Asha had 24.3% with 9 votes, but it was Kieran with 11 votes that got her the fan favorite. So congrats, Kieran, you are the fan favorite. Now for the winner of Femme Island Strikes Back. I will reveal the votes. All right. Jen voted for Daniela. Kieran voted for Daniela. Christy voted for Daniela. Sorry, one second. Lisa voted for Asha. Jess voted for Asha. Cynthia voted for Asha. So that's 3 for Asha, 3 for Daniela. 3 votes left. Mimi voted for Asha. Jenna voted for Daniela. We're tied.
Wow.
4-4. Only 1 vote left, which is Carly's vote. Carly voted for, and the winner of Femme Island Strikes Back is Daniela.
Oh, congrats, Daniela.
Oh my God.
So proud of you.
Congrats, Daniela.
Congrats, Daniela.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you guys. Oh my God.
So happy for you.
Wow. Oh, thank you all so much.
My internet cut out. Oh.
That was so close, y'all. Oh my God.
That was so
I
close.
had no clue how anyone was voting either.
I got really sweaty.
You had to make me the deciding vote. I had a really hard time deciding, you guys. And you just want to put that out there. Like, it was a tough choice. And Brad just gave me so much anxiety waiting.
It was a tough choice.
It was. I think most of us had a really tough choice.
Carly, I left your vote the last because I knew you would be like, ah. All right, well, that does it for Femme Island Strikes Back. Congrats, Danielle.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that does it. And, next month for All Stars. All right, thanks, ladies, for playing.
Thanks for hosting.
Problem.